Hello everybody! Infernape Shinjo here, and welcome to another video of mine. So with the year ending and another year beginning, it's time for most people to do what they normally do. Celebrate Christmas or whatever other holiday or observance that you celebrate, get New Year's resolutions taken care of, look back on your year, and obviously, the most important thing, do a once to battle tag. I'm not being super serious. All those things were important as well. I just wanted to find some sort of joke to make in this video. Did it work? Since at least a few years ago now, this idea of a once to battle tag has surfaced in the community among Poketubers. The reason that I found this out was, I think at least last year or the year before, I saw Birdkeeper Toby make a video about this, and me in my infant cringy YouTube state decided to make a video as well with minimal success. And just like clockwork, Toby's back at it with another tag video. The link to that will be in the description, and he invited people in his video as well as people watching the video to make their own once to battle tag. Now the way the once to battle tag is, every year there are a group of questions that are asked basically about the Pokemon community and stuff like that in general. And I figured, just for a bit of fun, to make a video about this myself. I will have all the questions on the screen while I answer them, and they will all be in the description so you can copy them to save for yourself if you decide to make a video like this. But, on to the questions. First question is, what is the video you are most proud of making this year or excited to make next year? Since this is a two-part question, I'll gladly answer both parts. I would say the video I'm most proud of making this year, since this is a Pokemon related tag, it would probably be my top 10 Pokemon anime openings. Because I had a lot of fun making that, and that actually kicked off me making top 10 Yu-Gi-Oh anime openings and Digimon openings as well. I think I actually did that in that order. I want to say Pokemon was first in that group. But even though that video is kind of outdated at this point with the new Alola opening, it was still a fun video to make. And it was interesting to try and get all those pieces together to try and make it, because normally I don't go out of my way to make videos that complex, because I had to make the top 10, make my reasonings, and then record it and get my thoughts out, and then edit everything down to make it a nice size that you can watch it that's not too long. I would say that's probably my favorite video so far this year, Pokemon related. If we're not counting just Pokemon related, probably my Let's Talk Anime series, because it gives me the opportunity to talk about anime I normally wouldn't in a specific video, and gives you guys the chance to give me suggestions to talk about. And the video I'm most excited to make next year, gonna shed some light into the life of me for a minute. I do have a lot of Pokemon content prepared for next year. I am going to make videos on top 10 Pokemon champions and top 10 least favorite Pokemon from 1 to 7, which is honestly going to be hard for me to do because there aren't many Pokemon I flat out despise. But those videos I'm excited to make just because it's going to be hard for me to talk about my least favorite Pokemon specifically. So even if I talk about a Pokemon in that video, I'll still find some way to find some reason that I still like it at the same time. So it's going to be a nice contradiction that while it's in the least favorite list, I'll still enjoy it. Question 2. Advice for someone starting Poketubing. I don't know about that. You got another job lined up? In all seriousness, YouTube is a fine platform to get your videos out there, but it's not really the best shape sometimes. Between channels being taken down for videos and content that should be considered fair use, and content creators' videos getting demonetized even though it really shouldn't be. Luckily for me, I'm not getting any money from this, which if I would, it might not be much anyway. But outside of all that with everything going on with YouTube, which I'm sure that you've already heard about before, any advice for starting YouTube or Poketubing in general? I would say just get a routine down and try and do it the best you can. Like a good example to take is my channel. I started out with fan-made openings and then went into gameplay, let's play material, and now I'm just doing anime content. I guess it might be a bit hypocritical to take advice from someone like me that says stick on a pattern when I don't do that myself. But I would say at its core, just whatever you do, enjoy making it. Because if you're making content and you're not enjoying it, there's really no use. Because it's like ripping off a band-aid really slowly. You don't want to do it, but you know that you have to. And especially when it comes to views, it can definitely get crazy. I know it was like that for me, even still to this day. But, short and sweet answer, do what you love what you do. Question 3. What can your viewers expect from you next year? You. Yeah, you. Come a little closer. I'm gonna share the secrets of my YouTube channel for the next year, and you're gonna be the one to know about it. To be blunt, I was considering just keeping this vague and not really going into much detail about what's gonna be happening next year, but I figured there's no need to actually sugarcoat it, especially since the year is getting done anyway, and the content will be coming out shortly. So for all the 5 people watching this video right now, I'm going to give you the inside scoop on what is going to be on my YouTube channel next year. As I'm sure you've already seen, my channel did get a bit of a revamp recently. I got a new intro and a new outro. I just felt like it was about time to spice it up a little bit, as well as a new little icon there, which I hope that you guys like. But as far as content next year, I'm going to try and be consistent with Let's Talk Anime. I know that's one flaw that I have had. I'm going to try and get content out for that, as well as other various anime content as well. Of course, my Diamond Randomizer Nuzlocke is going to be starting at the start of the new year to replace Phoenix Rising. And I'm also going to be starting a mini-series where I discuss every anime that I've ever watched. The next video about it, or the first video about it, should be out probably right after this. Probably, if this is on Monday, it might be Wednesday. I'm not sure about the dates, but I know that I'm going to have these 2 videos pretty close together. Of course, I'm going to have my top 10 anime of 2018 video coming out. It might be out already, it might not be out already. And the biggest part, which I'm sure you might have been wondering why I kept it a secret about mentioning it, fan-made openings are coming back. They are definitely coming back 100%. I have at least maybe 10, 15 fan-made openings on a flash drive, fully completed, all ready to go. I intended to have the teaser come out maybe mid-November, early December, but then I decided to push it further back, and the more I pushed it back, I figured I'll just post it at the new year. And I'm sure at this point you're wondering, but wait, didn't you stop fan-made openings because of copyright? And well, that is partly true. But also, I just wanted a break from it. Especially since one fan-made opening I post, there are 5 comments there saying, can you make this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one? And I didn't really have much time to just relax and take it easy. Now, that's not to say I'm not going to be accepting requests. It's just that I wanted to get a backlog before I decided to post it. I will say that the first fan-made opening that I do post is going to be very appropriate, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Question 4, let's go Pikachu or Eevee? And this is actually a funny story because I posted this on my Discord, which is in the description if you're not a part of it. I asked if anybody was playing the new games and if they're enjoying it, and I even mentioned that I don't have a Switch myself, so I can't really play it. But if I would have to make a choice, I'm honestly gonna go with Eevee. Nothing against Pikachu or anything, Pikachu's fine. From the clips that I've seen online, if I'd have to choose between the two, I'm gonna go with Eevee. Because not every Pokemon can scream boy every 5 minutes. At least it sounds like Eevee saying boy. That's not the only reason, Eevee's adorable as well. Plus, if you want a Pikachu, you can just get one in Viridian Forest. So, with that, if you can't choose, you can just pick Eevee and get Pikachu in the forest. I don't think that Pikachu's stats will be buffed like the starter, but you take what you can get. Question 5. Keep it short. How did you feel about Let's Go? Haven't played it. The art looks cool. Hopefully I will be able to play it, but I'm going to have to buy a Switch and the game, and at that point I might have to file for bankruptcy. Hopefully not. Question 6. Name a channel, preferably smaller, you think your audience would love. And I remember in the last tag that I did, I made a joke at this section, but I can't think of any jokes right now. So, a channel that's smaller than me. And that's actually hard because, well, obvious is obvious. But I would say one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is Omnizernius. I think that's what their name is now. I'll find it and link the channel in the description, so if I'm right, I'm great. If not, oh well. But I think it was them that did different team, like if Natsu from Fairy Tail had a team, or if Naruto from Naruto had a team. I think that was them. I'm gonna check. Regardless, I'll link the channel and those videos, or somewhere around them, in the description. If they're two separate things, there's two answers then. Question 7. Tag 3 people who you would want to see do this. Now, for starters, anybody that's watching this video right now, I would say you're invited to take part in this. Now, whether you can make your own video and do it that way, or just post it on Twitter, or wherever you can do it. But one person I'm specifically going to tag is VFist, because he's done a lot to help my channel, especially recently with that discussion that we did about the anime from earlier this year. And I've been even jumping into a couple of his Twitch streams, and he even hooked me up with these mics, the first mic that I had, and now this recent mic that I had. So I definitely owe a lot of my success, of course that being in air quotes, to him. But at the end of the day, if anybody wants to make a video about this, they can. I invite you to do it. Unless you've already done the video. Otherwise, I guess you can do it again if you really want to. But those are all the questions that I was given, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it's not too long. I hope that I can cut out enough to make it a decent size that it's not too long to watch. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, welcome to the channel. If you want to stay around and check out my other content, I would really appreciate it. If not, that's cool. But regardless, I will see each and every one of you, except for you, Bill, in the next episode. Momentai.